even been standing out here for 5 seconds, and you peons here are giving me crap already. I've been in this town for 3 hours already, and I've already had it up to here.
Welcome back, fans. I know a lot of you thought I wouldn't be here, but you can't keep Aaron Royal away. I got beaten down by this man on several occasions and I came back. The way he sexually manhandled me last week isn't going to keep me from doing this show. But that's not the point, so stop talking about it, Ron Niemi. The point is we have a rarity. One match only. Naphtali and Reckless Youth, Florida Unified Cruiserweight title.
Aaron Royal and his homoerotic fantasies are not going to affect the hardcore giant Ron Niemi or the great fans of this television show. Very few occasions have we had only one match for an entire program. But on tonight, we have the Florida Unified Cruiserweight Champion Naphtali taking one of the best in the business, the king of the independents himself, Reckless Youth. This match is going to be incredible.
Naphtali has taken on guys like Justice, like Cynic, but he's never faced anybody with the experience of a Reckless Youth. This is going to be good, Niemi.
Naphtali is the Cruiserweight Champion for one thing and one thing only. He is the best of the best.
Here he comes, fans. You've heard about him. He's world renowned. It's Reckless Youth getting into the ring. He'll be taking on Naphtali for the Florida Unified Cruiserweight title.
Reckless Youth, the king of the independents.
I have not even been standing out here for 5 seconds, and you peons here are giving me crap already. I've been in this town for 3 hours already, and I've already had it up to here. Will everybody please shut up so I can finish cutting this promo? You people are making me real upset out here. You all think you're real cute now, don't you, huh? Low-class citizens are the type of people that are here in Florida. Hey, do me a favor. If you don't tell these goofs here in the peanut gallery to shut up, I want them thrown out of the building.
You heard it. Reckless Youth has asked you to please shut up.
And here comes your champion, fans. The fighting champion. That's not even saying it like it is. He's defeated Justice, Cynic. He's defeated them all. It's the man from Bad Street, USA, Naphtali.
It's the Florida Unified Cruiserweight Champion, Naphtali, the man who has paid his dues for over 4 years here at IPW Hardcore Wrestling. He is the best of the best, and he's in there with the king of the independents himself, Reckless Youth.
This is an independent dream match, no doubt. Naphtali, he's taken on all competitors, like I've said, but he's never seen a person with the world-renowned experience of a guy like Reckless Youth. He's been all over. He's been under WWE contract, but he's back out on the independent scene now, and he knows to make a real name for himself. You come down to Florida, you come to the WrestlePlex, you come to IPW.
Reckless Youth has wrestled here in IPW before, but he's never been in the home of IPW, the Florida WrestlePlex, and he's got the shot of a lifetime. He's in there with Naphtali, who appears to be putting on a glove. He comes over here hailing from Atlanta, GA, Bad Street itself, and now he's got a loaded glove. Jim Bragg, I guarantee you, he doesn't care whatsoever. He's not checking that glove. Reckless Youth isn't intimidated. Naphtali, I don't know what he's doing. I think he's playing head games.
Naphtali always playing head games. You'll see him probably during this match. You've seen him before. He teases the high spot, goes for the rear chin lock, and the crowd goes nuts. The crowd absolutely loves this guy, even though he couldn't really care less. In fact, he wishes they would hate him so he can go and spew all the wild venom he's learned under 5 years under Ron Niemi.
November 15th for APW up in Queens, New York at the world-famous Elks Lodge, the Madhouse. You got the Florida Unified Cruiserweight champion. I don't know if it's going to be Naphtali. I don't know if it's going to be Reckless Youth. Whoever that champion is will be defending the title in a 4-way dance on November 15th. And already signed for that match is Red.
Red, one of the great independent wrestlers anywhere here in this country, and whether it be Naphtali or Reckless Youth, we know IPW will be very well represented, and I have no doubt we'll walk away still holding that title.
Reckless Youth trying to get in ahead of the fans. Naphtali is working the mind games with his opponents. It seems as though Reckless Youth is working those very same mind games on the fans of IPW. Maybe he thinks if he gets in the fans' head, if he takes a little steam out of the crowd, he can slow down Naphtali, kill a little bit of that support. Naphtali not known for being one of the most popular individuals in IPW. But the truth is, the fans of IPW Hardcore Wrestling, they support their own, and they truthfully don't like Reckless Youth.
Great chain wrestling to start out this match. You don't always see that in the cruiserweight matches, but Naphtali has been pushing very hard lately, that he doesn't just fly around, he doesn't just hardcore brawl, he can also chain wrestle, and he's shown it to you with one of the best. Reckless Youth, they start out with a great series of arm bars and reversals. Now Naphtali has him in a scissors lock of sorts across his head, and Reckless Youth can't get out.
Reckless Youth can get out right there. You call it playing possum. This match just got started. Like you said, the technical expertise of both of these wrestlers, it's unparalleled. Naphtali is known for the suicidal type maneuvers. He's known for throwing no caution to the wind whatsoever. But if Reckless Youth wants to get in there and wrestle, he wants a chain wrestle, he's in there with one of the best. Naphtali. Referee Jim Bragg, all 87 years old of him, he's in there with his A game. He gets 2 quick 2 counts on Naphtali. Naphtali better pay a hell of a lot of attention because Jim Bragg, he'll count him if his shoulder stays down for the count of 3.
Jim Bragg, one of the great referees we have here in IPW, along with Star Stevens, and of course the man with all of his rats at ringside, Richie Rich. But Jim Bragg, everybody in the back, just going crazy right now watching the scientific encounter. We're just waiting for the high-flying maneuvers to explode, but these two, they keep taking it slow. Neither guy wants to underestimate his opponent. Neither guy wants to make a mistake, and almost a mistake there by Naphtali, but he gets out of it. That's what I'm talking about. Teases the big high spot right into the headlock.
He gets into a headlock more ways than I've ever seen. This guy's got about 100 different ways to end it up in either a rear chin lock or a headlock combination. He's going to do everything he can to squeeze off the blood from the head of Reckless Youth, cause him to get a little bit of woozy, possibly tired. When you put the guy to sleep like that, he's not going to be as aware of the high-flying maneuvers that Naphtali can unleash at any time, not to mention those wicked kicks that he's so very well known for.
Yeah, he may not be any low-key. In other words, he doesn't go out there to hurt you, but Naphtali can kick with the best of them. He missed a clothesline, but right back into that headlock maneuver. Reckless Youth tries to get the hair, but Jim Bragg steps in. One of the few times you'll ever see the referee step in and stop anything here in IPW.
You can come in here and smash somebody over the head with a chair. You can come in and drive them face first into a pile of tacks. But this match is all about wrestling. Once again, you look at the chain wrestling. Dean Malenko is probably sitting at home right now, basically marking out for this match. He's somebody that is known as one of the best technical wrestlers in the entire business today, and he came right out of Florida. The expertise that Dean Malenko possesses went right down to his protege, the ODD Jeff Bradley, who had a huge hand in training Naphtali. And that's where the expertise and the technical background comes from.
And now, of course, Naphtali, a trainer in his own right, one of the head trainers right here at the Florida WrestlePlex. Guys like comic book guy Anderson, James Hendricks, Bullis Azulis, you see the progress they're making. And it's thanks to guys like Naphtali, Rod Steele, and all the other great trainers here at the Florida WrestlePlex.
You call the WrestlePlex at 727-526-6778. Oh my God, low blow. Reckless Youth not known for kicking somebody right in the groin, but he's going to do what he has to do to get the upper hand. And look at him, he's a hell of a dancer too. Look at that, Aaron.
Hey, he almost is as good as our buddy Skandar Akbar. It's good!
What the hell was that dance? He's somewhat of a salute, sidestep, hoppity gimmick, and Naphtali's down there writhing in pain. Jim Bragg Bragg don't know what to do. All he can think of is that he forgot to take his Metamucil this morning before coming to the WrestlePlex.
Poor Jim Bragg. He has to go in there constipated as always. Oh, Reckless Youth takes down Naphtali right there. Looks like he's a little worse for wearing the choppers right there, too. No, you have to hook the leg, Reckless Youth. You have to hook the leg.
Reckless Youth, known as the leader of the Black T-shirt squad, with the members Don Montoya and Mike Quackenbush. The best threesome in the independent scene in the Northeast for over 4 years running today. Look at Naphtali with a huge Ric Flair bump over to the corner. But once again, he stops on the side headlock from the ring apron this time. That move has got to be getting, oh my, see, you got to be thinking of Naphtali. It isn't all fun and games when you can take the guy's head and slam it in the turnbuckle, do so, or unfortunately you'll be the recipient of the cold steel of the turnbuckle.
Oh, huge DDT. Bust him right off the ring apron, right down into the arena floor, and that'll slow you down real quick like.
You're damn right it'll slow you down. Aaron Royal, I've taken many DDTs off of the ring apron through the floor, and because of this steel-like noggin of mine, it doesn't injure me. But Naphtali, not known for the strongest forehead in the entire business, somewhat known as a man whose head is the texture of putty. If you can take him out, maybe you should work the head. Maybe you should forget all this technical background, all the expertise that you possess, and go to the fisticuffs and give him a little bit of these and possibly a little bit of those.
Nobody can see what you're doing, Ron, and quite frankly, I wish I couldn't. I wish you'd just stop. You talk about his head being like putty. Oh, 2 knees right into the throat of Naphtali. Look at the lift that Reckless Youth got going to that corner, but as I was saying, his head, there is rumor that it's made of putty. He's dancing again, Ron.
That's not dancing, that's a moonwalk. I haven't seen the moonwalk since Billie Jean debuted on MTV. I think it was back in 1985 on MTV.
Actually, it was 1983 on VH1.
VH1 didn't even exist. I can't help but to laugh at your total lack of knowledge of the wrestling business. There you go, see, Reckless Youth, he ties him in a pretzel, an unsalted pretzel, and he turns him over into a Boston Crab type maneuver. He's twisting him in half. Jim Bragg doing his job getting down there. He's telling the kid, give up before he breaks you in half, Naphtali. For God's sake, give up before he breaks you in half.
The only problem I see with that maneuver is there's no way for Naphtali to tap out if you're Reckless Youth.
If you have to, you take your tongue and you tap the mat. You don't need your hands. If your feet are not available, use your nose or your tongue. For God's sake, give up before you end up with a career-ending injury.
And fans, let's not forget, November 30th at the Pinellas Park Expo Center, the winner of this match will be there, defending that Florida Unified Cruiserweight title. Also on that show, you have Sean Waltman taking on Curt Hennig.
You got Curt Hennig against a man now known as Six Pac. If that isn't enough to bring all the fans out of the woodwork who haven't seen IPW before, we got the 2 of the best independent talents in the entire world today. We got the American Dragon, the protege of Shawn Michaels himself, against the former IPW heavyweight champion, making his return, AJ Styles.
And Jim Bragg is asked to referee that match because he just loves refereeing matches with proteges of Shawn Michaels.
See that? You're just here and causing problems. You're the kind of guy that doesn't respect people like Jim Bragg. He gets in the ring and he gets stretched, and you find that funny. Personally, I find it disgusting. But the truth is, while you're babbling about nonsense, we got Reckless Youth dropping vicious knees right to the forehead of Naphtali.
That putty forehead.
See, he's listening to my advice. He's working on that tender and soft forehead of Naphtali.
But what he doesn't realize is you have to move the protective bandana or it will do no good.
See, that's why it's good to be somebody right here, right in the home of IPW. You know all the ins and outs. You watch the tapes. Reckless Youth doesn't know that bandana is protected by a film that covers the forehead and protects him from permanent head injury.
If I understand, that film is made of pure Formica.
It is Formica, but that's for another time and another place. Now you see Reckless Youth, he's taking a page right out of the book of Naphtali, and he applies a rear chin lock of his own. I think that's a rear chin lock, isn't it?
I believe so. It's something where the man's chin is locked.
Yep, that's it. I had it right the first time. Reckless Youth is doing what he does best. He's using his head. He's tired. He's been in this WrestlePlex, which is about 147 degrees on any given evening. He's blown up. He come all the way down from Philadelphia. It's hot as hell in this building, and he applies the rear chin lock just to get his wind back and to put all that. Oh my God!
Right in the gut.
So much for getting his wind back.
Kicks him right in the gut, and that will take the wind right out of you. Great way for Naphtali to get back in this match, and even after being worked over for what seemed like minutes, oh, great Great drop kick right to the chest of Reckless Youth. Naphtali in such great conditioning. He's used to being under these hot lights at the Florida WrestlePlex. He can pop back with a second wind at any moment as he's showing Reckless Youth.
He's the guy that is the one that took basically intestinal fortitude to the next level. He knows what it's got to do. He knows about the timing. He knows how to adjust his game to the opponent, to the crowd, and to the heat of the WrestlePlex. He's going to do everything he can to use all his advantages. But when you take out a guy's knee and all of a sudden he's operating on one wheel, I don't know what Naphtali's going to do. He better get in the corner, protect himself as best as he can, and do everything he can to get back in this match.
If he doesn't stop trying to take out the leg of Naphtali, I'm going to have to go with the rumor that he was taking pointers from Comic Book Guy Anderson.
Comic Book Guy Anderson, the master of the submission here in IPW, hailing from a long line of Andersons, starting with Lars Anderson all the way down to Luna Anderson. Now we got Comic Book Guy Anderson. Why didn't I just call Luna Anderson when she's actually Luna Vachon, a member of the Vachon family?
I thought maybe the Andersons had a Luna I didn't know about. I thought you were going to mention Bryant Anderson and his stellar career.
No. Luna was actually the daughter of Lars Anderson, but at a very young age was adopted by Mad Dog Vachon. But I'm wasting my time even talking about that because you don't.
And ours.
Reckless Youth choking the life out of Naphtali. Jim Bragg once again comes in there, counting him in the corner. Why is he counting Naphtali? He's the one that just basically got the life choked out of him.
I think because just like most of the fans at the Florida WrestlePlex and everybody but myself, he just doesn't like Naphtali.
I like Naphtali. I've got a 3-match win streak.
You never beat Naphtali, but he did split your head wide open at the Dallas Ball a couple of months ago.
I'll give the kid credit, just like he took that wicked European uppercut from Reckless Youth. That kid can dish it out just like he can take it. I thought I would clean his clock down at the Dallas Bowl, but he busted my head wide open. And if it wasn't for a jar of super glue being handy, I'd still be split wide open.
Super glue, just like Sabu. Tough guy, Ron Niemi. Great DDT maneuver there by Naphtali. He's still hurting, but now Reckless Youth down as well, giving Naphtali a chance to get his 9th win.
You got to get into the Florida WrestlePlex to appreciate the talent, to appreciate a wrestler getting his 9th win, like Aaron Will said. If you can't get to the WrestlePlex, for God's sake, you got to get to the Supercards, just like you said earlier. November 30th at the Pinellas Expo Center, you're going to see the best of the best. America's Most Wanted, the Messiah, comes to IPW.
The Messiah, that should make for some great hardcore action. Everybody from all over the country calling up Ron Niemi, trying to get booked on that show. We hadn't even really advertised it, but the word leaked out. Everybody wants to come down and work for IPW. And right now, Reckless Youth is questioning his decision after he gets kicked right in the face by not our hardcore champion, our Florida Unified Cruiserweight champion, excuse me.
Excuse you is right. Pay attention to the match. He kicked Reckless Youth right across the chops, comes off for a spinning DDT tornado, misses it, but meets him with a knee right to the face of Reckless Youth. Then he goes for what appears to be the setup for the Garvin Stomp, but once again, I'm completely wrong, and he goes to the top. Is this going to be the fountain of death?
This very well could be. Oh, beautiful. Hits right on the face of Reckless Youth. He should go for the pinfall right now. Here he goes.
1, 2, come on, Jim Bragg.
I thought he had it.
That was the reverse Naphtali bomb. Hit for a perfect 2.5 count. Jim Bragg out of position, or we'd still have our Florida Unified Cruiserweight champion. That belt has to stay here in Florida, Aaron.
Yes, it does, Ron. I mean, we've had places where we've had our belts go, and they never seem to get defended or come back in a timely manner. We're not making that mistake ever again.
We're not going to make that mistake. But the truth is, Reckless Youth would make a great champion. Looks like a reverse Russian leg sweep, driving the face of Naphtali right into the canvas. The beautifully nice blue canvas, I might add, provided by HighSpots.com.
And speaking of HighSpots.com fans, besides coming to our great big...
Oh my God, Fisherman's Buster absolutely levels Naphtali.
That's it. No!
I thought we had a new champion, Aaron Royal. I almost soiled myself. If you weren't almost finished your Pall Mall filterless cigarette, I wouldn't throw it back to you, but I'm blown up.
I tell you what, Ron Niemi, we don't want that belt going anywhere, but there would be no shame whatsoever in Reckless Youth being our champion. But thankfully for the fans who want that belt to stay here as much as us, Naphtali has one more chance.
Naphtali's going to do what it takes. This match went over a half hour already due to the magic of editing and due to only having a half hour here on UPN WTOG 44. You weren't even seeing this incredible match in its entirety. You're going to have to go to IPW.highspots.com to get this match in its entirety because all of our tapes are available right then, right now.
Actually, that would be either IPW-hardcore.com or highspots.com. Not the weird combination that a blown-up Ron Niemi just threw at you fans.
I'm just creating websites as we're talking. I just registered the domain as I was announcing it, for God's sake.
What are you, Bobby Rogers?
I am Bobby Rogers, except
What is that?
What the hell is that? That's got to be the end. That's, oh my God, that's the youth driver buster.
I thought you were going to say the youth gone wild and all of your sheer hell-never madness.
I would be referencing Skid Row and my good friend Sebastian Bach when we were touring with Man of War back in Chicago in 1990.
Jeez, that's about as realistic as your win streak over Naphtali. That never happened. As it's been discussed here many times, you even backed down from a fight with Debbie Gibson.
Come on, Aaron Royal. You got him threatening. Reckless Youth is now threatening the health of Jim Bragg. We've seen in IPW where it gets by threatening the life of Jim Bragg.
Yes, it gets you at home not working.
Look at him twisting the arm of Naphtali, who sets him up. Oh my God, Vital Driver 98! Vital Driver 98!
Yes, and that's it. And still, your unified cruiserweight champion from Backstreet USA, Naphtali.
Might be one of the most technically gifted athletes in the entire business. He might have a counter for every counter. He might have years of experience over Naphtali. But for God's sake, Aaron Royal, give the man credit. Nobody, and I do mean nobody, can counter the Vital Driver 98.
It hasn't been countered yet, that's for sure. These fans very, very appreciative of this match, as you see. Reckless Youth is sitting in the ring. He can't believe he was spoiled by the Vital Driver 98, but don't feel bad, Reckless. Many, many others have been taken down by that awesome maneuver before you.
It doesn't matter if it's the forces of nature. It doesn't matter if it's Ric Flair's figure four leg lock or Ricky Steamboat's crossbody block off the top rope. There has been nothing in the history of the business that we call professional wrestling that I can even compare to the lethal delivery that they call the Vital Driver 98. That's why Naphtali is your IPW and NWA Florida Heavyweight Champion. Are they offering to shake hands? I don't trust this Reckless Youth. He looks like a shifty one.
Rare display of sportsmanship being offered there by Naphtali. He'll usually pull away at the last second, flick you off and walk to the ring, but he's not using the one, offering the handshake. We're going to see how this shakes out. I'd love to see 5 more minutes.
5 more minutes is exactly what the fans would want, except there was a clear-cut decision. He is your champion. He won the match fair and square. He's offering his hand like a gentleman, like the hardcore giant Ron Niemi, to congratulate Reckless Youth on a tremendous match.
Is he going to do it? Reckless Youth, come on. The fan, oh, now he's clapping for Naphtali. There's the handshake. That's it.
Only wrestling show, The Steel Cage, on Sports Radio 1010 The Team.
I'm the Putz.
And this is the hardcore giant Ron Niemi.
And of course, this is our producer, The Foreign Object.
Join us Saturdays at 11 on Sports Radio 1010 The Team.
We're the home of the Bucks, the and now
IPW Hardcore Professional Wrestling.
it's every Saturday at 11 on Sports Radio 1010 The Team.
We're gonna make you feel good. Too?
You bet.
Sonny's Feel Good Barbecue. So, 2 all-you-can-eat specials?
You bet.
We get it right, and it tastes so nice.
At Sonny's, we make a big deal out of our all-you-can-eat specials. That's all-you-can-eat barbecue chicken, sliced pork, garlic bread, potatoes, and coleslaw, only $8.99. You'll be back for more.
We'll make you smile at Sonny's. We're gonna make you feel good.
What a match and what a win for my good friend Naphtali. I used to manage him, you know, but that's beside the point. Reckless Youth, you took him to the limit, but Naphtali's still your champion. He will be going up to New York on the 15th of November to represent IPW at that big, big show. He will be at the Pinellas Park Expo Center on US 19 on November the 30th, defending that title proudly, assuming he walks out of New York with the belt. Naphtali and everything in IPW going over huge, Ron Niemi.
Naphtali is the Florida Unified. My voice is fine.
Oh, hold on. Take a second to compose yourself. Let everybody see your shirt. It says, "Will work for SEX, Sports Entertainment Extravaganza," coming to the Plex November 16th.
Like I was trying to...
Get out of here.
Forget it. I'm gonna get my stand in.
All right, come on in here. This is how it should be anyways. This Naphtali, he'll be on that big show, SEX. Naphtali, tell him like it is. Wait, that's it. We gotta go.